What's up YouTube, I'm back with another video, and in this tutorial I'll be talking about different grades of the pencil. So I've been getting a lot of questions about what is the relevance of different grades of the pencils and how to use them. So this tutorial will be about it. Let's get started. So when it comes to drawing or sketching or simply shading, the pencil range that you are supposed to use is starting from a 2H pencil or an H pencil to a 9B pencil or a charcoal pencil, but I tend to avoid charcoal pencils when I'm using graphite pencils. That is because there is abrupt change of texture. You can easily see that this one particular part is done with graphite pencils, and this particular part, for example, mostly people draw hair with the help of charcoal pencils. So you can not in the photographs and the videos, but in real life, if you see the artwork live, you'll clearly notice that this particular part has been done by charcoal pencils. So that looks very odd to me, and I will not recommend that. I'll suggest you to go for darker pencils like 9B, 10B instead of the charcoal pencils. So anyway, moving back to the main part of this video. See, all the H pencils produce lighter shades. So the more you move towards the larger number, for example, if you're using an H pencil, then it will produce a soft shade, a very light tone or light value. But if you want even lighter value and you're not used to how to control the pressure of the pencil, initially that is a problem for the beginners. So then you can increase the range and you can use a 2H or a 4H pencil if you want to produce a really light shade, a very light tone. So for that you can use a 4H pencil. If you want a little darker tone than that, then you can use a 2H pencil, and an H pencil if you want a further more darker tone. So this was all about the H pencils. H pencils are mostly used for producing very lighter tones. For example, working on the let's say a very light background, or if you're drawing a portrait, working on let's say the cheeks or the forehead area, the tip of the nose, the chin, all these areas. So, and of course, important thing that I see that is missing in a lot of artwork of beginner artists is the depth. So what they're using is they are afraid to use the darker pencils, they are afraid to use the darker shades. So for that you have to move on from the H pencils towards the HB, B, 2B, 3B and so on till 9B. For example, in this sketch, have a look at the overcoat. I am yet to shade it with the 9B pencil, and when I do it, how dramatically it has changed. Look at it now. Now you can see that the overcoat area behind the legs is not exposed to light. That's why it is dark. That is what bringing the depth means, and you can do it with the help of 7B, 8B, 9B, these darker pencils. But before that, for the medium tones, you can use HB, 2B, 3B till 3B, even 4B if you know how to control the pressure of the pencil. Then you can use these pencils. These pencils are for producing the medium shade. And of course, as the number starts increasing, when it comes to B pencils, then it will produce the darker tone. For example, a 2B pencil will be darker than a B pencil. A 3B pencil will be darker than the 2B pencil. It's something very basic, but I've got questions like that. People do not even know that. So if you're a beginner, this is something very important. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to all the B pencils, as the number starts increasing, for example, as you move towards the larger number, by that I mean the digit at the tens place, for example the 9B pencil, it will be darker than the 8B pencil. 9B means it is more darker than the 8B pencil. 8B is more darker than the 7B pencil. So this is restricted to the B range of pencils, to the B pencils only. But when it comes to H pencils, as the number increases, the shades or the tone tend to it means it is more lighter in value. It has less value. It will be less darker as the numbers increase in the H pencil. However, it is opposite in the B pencil. I think it's getting confusing for some of you, so I've got this idea. Let me just simplify it. So let's say we have this range of pencils. We have 4H, 3H, 2H, H, HB, B, 2B, 3B and 4B. So how will you tell which one is the darker pencil and which one is the light? I believe everyone has read integers, or everyone knows here what integers are. So what I've done here is I've written the integers corresponding to the different types of pencils, different grades of the pencils. So if I ask you which is the largest number here or the largest integer here, you'll say 4, right? So since 4 is the largest number, the darkest pencil will be the one corresponding to the 4, which is 4B, right? So if I ask you which one is the smallest number, you'll say -4. So the corresponding pencil, that is 4H, that will be the lightest pencil. It will produce the lightest shade. So it is that simple. So all you have to remember is that HB is equal to the number 0. So if there is a 2B pencil which is corresponding to the number 2, and we know that 2 is greater than 0, so the 2B pencil will be darker than the HB pencil, because HB corresponds to 0 and 2B corresponds to the number 2. So that is the crux, that is the main reason why we have different grades of pencil, simply to produce different shades, to provide different values, different tones. And now you would be able to understand why H has the lightest tone and why HB and B have darker tones than the H pencil, because H corresponds to -1 and HB and B corresponds to the number 0 and 1 respectively. So of course, greater the number, the darker will be the pencil. So that is the main difference between the different grades of the pencils. And apart from that, another difference is the darker the pencil, the softer will be the lead. So if you're using an 8B pencil, you'll notice that you are sharpening the pencil more often as compared to the H pencil. And I guess that is the main reason why these pencils are darker, because they wear and tear down very easily, and the graphite particles are very easily, with little pressure, are broken down and are spread over the sheet so that you can see the darker shades. And about the last box under which I have written EE, that is a charcoal pencil. You can see how it stands out from the graphite shade, so I will not suggest you to use it. So that is it, everything about the different grades of the pencils, its relevance. I've explained it to you. If you have any other questions, write it down in the comment box. I'll definitely reply, and I'll see you in the next video.